said he got a plug on the merch, but we send it through. Lately I've been looking at them primes like they minuscule. Ooh, hold on, gotta see it through. I might hold a sword or the Drake. I got different views. We can't even go out on the walk. We got different shoes. Told you all.
What's up, YouTube? My name is Bone and I bust shots. Today we've got a very special video for you. This is my choice for home defense pistol. Now, before we go any further, you do not have to use a pistol for home defense. I also have a home defense rifle and a home defense shotgun as well. I will get into the pros and cons of each in a separate video, but this is specifically for the pistols. Now, if you want to see shooting footage of this particular pistol, go to my shorts. I will have posted the video there by the time this releases. But before we go any further, like the video, comment your favorite home defense pistol below, and subscribe to the channel. Let's get into it. All right, without further ado, we have the H&K VP9 Law Enforcement Edition. This is my pistol of choice for home defense. And before we go any further, I will show you we have an empty magazine and we have an empty chamber. The firearm is clear. Now, the reason why I love this gun, I will get into why I love the VP9s in general and why I love the law enforcement edition of the VP9 specifically. First and foremost, all VP9s have excellent ergonomics. Reason being, you have 3 replaceable back straps, a small, a medium, and a large. But that in and of itself is not that impressive. A lot of pistols have that. However, you have 3 replaceable side straps on the left side and 3 replaceable side straps on the right side. So you have a total of 27 different ways you can configure this pistol to really fit your hand like a glove. This feels like it's an extension of my hand. It feels like an extension of my arm. It's just free flowing, all a part of my body, arm, hand, gun. It's all attached to me. That's the way it feels, at least. In addition to that, the VP9s have excellent triggers straight out the box. So, to give you an indication of what that trigger feels like, here we have a nice, smooth take up. We hit a very definitive wall, clean break, and a short reset. So that makes it very easy to hit your targets because you can just rest right on that wall and you know exactly when the shot is gonna break. You just take a little bit further past that wall and the shot will break. In addition, with the short reset and a very positive reset, it feels like the trigger kind of kicks itself back out to the reset. You can shoot this gun relatively quickly and stay on target. Next thing up, the paddle mag release on this gun is just really cool. It's really unique. It's different. I tend to love it. Some folks hate it. I love it. And one of the cool things about it is ambidextrous. So if you're a left-handed shooter, you can hit the, well, this is my right hand, but you can hit the mag release with your trigger finger here, or you can hit it typically like you would the button on most pistols. You can hit it like that. So it makes it great if you are a left-handed shooter. You can eject the mag from either side. Next up is the sizable rail on the front. Now this has a long Picatinny rail, which is great for mounting your lights, your lasers, whatever you can think of, it'll fit on the front of the VP9. Now personally, I have the Streamlight TLR1 high lumens, which pumps out, I believe, 1,000 lumens. Don't quote me on that, but it is a great light and I will do another review of that in a separate video. And the final thing I love about all VP9s is they shoot a 9mm. Now that's a personal preference for me. Some people like the 40, some people like the 45, some people will step it down to the 380. I think the 9mm is a sweet spot where you can have additional capacity and less recoil than say a 40 or a 45. Now there are some cons for shooting a 9mm indoors, but personally, I like the 9mm in my self-defense pistol. what are the pros of the LE or Law Enforcement Edition specifically? Now there's 3 main pros to getting the Law Enforcement Edition, which is why I recommend, if you're gonna do the VP9 for home defense, get the LE Edition. Now, first and foremost are the sights. It comes with tritium night sights, which in the daytime just look like your standard 3-dot sights, but at night they glow, and they glow bright, which is excellent for target acquisition at night. You know exactly where your firearm is pointed. But a true benefit, and the biggest benefit for me that I found, is when I set this gun down on my nightstand when I go to sleep, even in a pitch black room, I know exactly which way the gun is oriented, and I know exactly how far it is from me, because those sights glow. And it's very easy to see the firearm, where it's pointed, and how far away from you it is. So in the event that you had to use the gun in the middle of the night, you were groggy, you're waking up, you're looking for it, you're searching, you know exactly where it is. Another pro of the LE Edition is, at least when I got my VP9, they did not have this, but the new ones are optics cut right there for red dots. So if you want to add a red dot just for easier daytime target acquisition or nighttime target acquisition, you can do that with relative ease on the new models. Lastly, the magazines. So at the time I bought this, the VP9s were shipping out with 2 15-round magazines, but the Law Enforcement Edition had a third 15-round magazine. And I know personally, on the side note, they make aftermarket base plates that you can replace and bump that 15 up to 20. I had that for a while. I had mixed reviews with that, but your standard 15-round mags I've had no issues with. Like I mentioned, the Law Enforcement Edition comes with 3 of those. So 3 times 15 is 45 plus 1 in the chamber. You could theoretically have 46 rounds at your disposal for home defense. Now, hopefully, you never need 46 rounds for a home defense situation, because you would be having a terrible day. But nonetheless, that is available to you with the Law Enforcement Edition. All right, so the con for the VP9, and I really only have one. That is capacity. It's lacking. So for a full-size 9mm, you've got your Glock 17, you've got your M&P 2.0, both of which hold 17. You have a SIG P320, which holds 17 and has 21 round mags. The 15 is just, it's a little bit low for the fact that it's a full-size 9mm. And honestly, H&K, at least with their pistols, is notorious for having lower capacity. So that's the one thing I'm not a fan of. That's the one con, especially when compared to the competitors. But other than that, I love the gun. So with well over 1,000 rounds through the H&K VP9 Law Enforcement Edition, I can safely say this is my choice for home defense pistol. I've only had a couple of issues with the 20-round magazines, which I changed out the base plate to add an additional 5 rounds. Those were aftermarket parts and an aftermarket spring, so I wouldn't put that on the gun. With the standard magazines, I have had no issues with the VP9. It's run flawlessly, and I can truly say that the pros outweigh the cons for this gun. I just want to highlight the trigger and the ergonomics of this gun. Really set it above the rest of the guns in this class. So this is my choice. Now I want to know your choice. Comment below, what is your choice for home defense pistol? If you only had one, you had to use a pistol, what would you use? Don't forget to like the video, comment below, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you watching another video, and I'll see you on the next one.